There's no way he just said this. As NBA veteran Brandon Jennings was on the Gilbert Arenas podcast over the last couple of days and was speaking some nonsense about Celtics star forward Jayson Tatum, calling him out, and his trainer Jrue Holiday, saying that they are soft. So Jrue Holiday and Jayson Tatum responded in the best way possible, and we're going to be breaking down and diving into all of this and more, as it is absolutely crazy. Welcome back to Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Velez. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, showing your love and support on the channel over the last couple weeks, which has been super, super fantastic. We do ask if you are part of the 73% that watch our videos that are not subscribed. If you want to make sure you stay up to date on everything revolving around this team and help us get to our goal of 6,000 subscribers still, to make sure to hit that subscribe button, as it would be ever so grateful. Without further ado, let's dive into the video at hand. Make sure to grab a snack. And like I said in the introduction, this is absolutely ridiculous as we see Brandon Jennings, like I said, NBA veteran, on the Gilbert Arenas podcast show, spewing some nonsense about Celtics star Jayson Tatum and Jrue Holiday, his trainer, which is just ridiculous to see. And honestly, shouldn't even have been said in general. But let's dive in. This is what you clicked for. Let's get into all the news. As we see from Legion Hoops, Brandon Jennings said a few days ago that Jayson Tatum is the softest Celtics superstar ever, ladies and gentlemen. Softest superstar Celtics superstar ever. Tatum's trainer, Jrue Holiday, took the issue with his comments, saying he liked Brandon Jennings as a player, but we got to stop the cap. His comment to Tatum is soft and pathetic. A soft player couldn't lead their team in points, rebounds, and assists, and to a title. A soft player wouldn't have 51 in a Game 7 or 31, 11, and 8 to win the finals. Brandon Jennings responded, since he was his trainer, make sure he gets MVP this year. I heard you wrote a book called Stop the Bullshit. I'm going to write part 2 if he don't get it. And this is absolutely crazy to hear from Brandon Jennings. One, not to mention that Brandon Jennings is, a decent NBA role player, but nothing to the likes of Jayson Tatum. But to have the nerve to say this behind the screen, to say this on a podcast, not to say it to someone's face, is absolutely ridiculous. As we can pull up from the facts, which we will, on just why this is just so blasphemous coming from Brandon Jennings here, and why the new age media of reporting on these types of podcasts is basically ruined. I want to give a shout out to my boy Adam Taylor, as he's the one that kind of led me to finding out all about this info from his retweets yesterday. And I agree with Adam 100%. This type of media is really bad. But let's dive in and let's look more into it. Like I said, for this, Jayson Tatum was able to respond by saying softest superstar ever in Celtics history, with a nice little Instagram post in which Brandon Jennings already responded to Jayson Tatum, saying, this is the energy I want. I'm waiting May and June. I'll be coming. I'll be waiting in the garden. I'm coming to see you live. I need all three this year, replying to a championship, an MVP, and a gold medal. Something tells me you won't receive a warm welcome at TD, was from Daniel Dottabeden, courtesy of Clutch Points, and I 100% agree with Daniel on this. We also see from Jrue Holiday, him clapping back at Brandon Jennings, saying his career highlights are a 55-point game, high school career, and Jayson Tatum acknowledging his dumbass takes on Instagram. We also see Jrue Holiday clapping back as well, referring him to his book, saying, my book is titled Stop the Bullshitting Yourself, Get a Copy. And two, this is the guy who's calling JT Stop the Cap, and put up a nice little video of Brandon Jennings getting into a little esque fight. And if we want to look at the stats, courtesy of Justin Turpin from WEI, he let us know that Jayson Tatum had more points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks in last year's playoffs alone than Brandon Jennings had his entire postseason career, and most were by a wide margin. And Jrue Holiday posted these courtesy of Stat Moves as well to Twitter, where it says that Jayson Tatum has averaged 24 points, almost 8 rebounds, and almost 5 assists in 113 career games in the playoffs. Let's look at Brandon Jennings. Brandon Jennings is averaging 8.9 points, so almost a third of Jayson Tatum's points. 2.6 assists when he's a point guard, when he should be averaging more assists than Tatum, and 5 less rebounds in almost 100 less playoff career games. And in this year, if not one series or two, will be at least over 100 career playoff games. And Brandon Jennings ain't coming back to the league anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like he's making his way back. And Daniel Dottabeden, once again, really doing a great job covering all of this news. He wrote an article as well on this whole stuff for Clutch Points, so go check out that article, as it was really good as well. But he also mentioned that Gil's Arena was canceled today because of the fires in California, which I do want to say before we get into any more of this, to the people that are affected by these fires in California and that are going through this mess, my thoughts and prayers are with you and your families. If you know anybody that is affected by this, please help them, send out prayers. Guys, this is actually very serious. The Lakers game was canceled today versus the Hornets due to it. A lot of people are not only just losing their homes, but losing everything that they thought of that they had value and had to evacuate out of this mess. Even Celtics fans themselves, fans of other teams that are in the area, some people can't even do their work and create and make content due to the fact that they're affected by these fires. So it is a very serious issue and something that should not be taken lightly at all. I want to give my thoughts and prayers to everybody that has been affected by this at this very moment. But I do want to get back into the video here as well. But like I said, Brandon Jennings claims he was about to cook, and like we discussed, Jayson Tatum mocking him if this show happened today. And that's honestly kind of sad that Brandon Jennings is kind of boasting about this and bragging like, oh, show's canceled today. I was about to cook. Oh, no, like, dude, it's a serious issue. It's not that big of a deal. You can see how much of a clown he is by kind of making it like with the whole fire thing in general, saying he's mad that he couldn't cook today. You can talk about it tomorrow. You can talk about it the next day. I'm telling you, Brandon Jennings, you're on a platform with Gilbert Arenas and NBA Central, Legion Hoops. All these people watch your show. They're going to repost your talks. They're going to repost any clip you say. So don't worry. You'll still get the publicity that you want, Brandon Jennings, at this very moment, at right now, on getting your name out there and kind of talking bad about Jayson Tatum. But like I said, Jrue Holiday and Jayson Tatum handled this perfectly, kind of rebounding and bouncing back. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, oops, hit the wrong button there. Oopsie. But if we want to look at the stats here, once again, like I said, Justin Turpin kind of gave us the analyzation here. We're letting us know that he had more points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks in his career. But I love that Jrue Holiday posted these courtesy of StatMoose so that we could see it. Look at this, man. 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in almost over 100 more career playoff games. It's just crazy to see. And it's just wild that a player like Brandon Jennings even is like has the audacity to say this. Like, I understand you're in the NBA, you're a person that has played in the NBA in your life. I haven't, you know what I mean? So I can't really speak up about these types of stuff. I can't call these players stuff. I can't, really come at these players because they make millions over me. They are better basketball players than me. That's 100%. But a player like Brandon Jennings, who's been in a similar player's shoes like Jayson Tatum, how can you be calling out your brothers, the people that promote the game and make it so much better for everybody around us? Yeah, you can obviously call out the guys that, maybe make a lot of money on a bad contract or maybe underperform for a team that when they're supposed to be a superstar, stuff like that. But why are we nitpicking and calling out people that are stars on good quality teams that are putting up good numbers just because they're not winning finals MVPs and stuff like that, when you, a player yourself, didn't even have any relative playoff success? Meanwhile, mainly career success compared to the player that you're talking crap on. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not as furious as I was yesterday when I saw the reports, but it's just absolutely infuriating to kind of hear this, see this, and kind of break this down. With the Celtics not really playing over the last couple of days, when we have this type of news that's kind of negative talking about our players, it's just baffling to have to even discuss about this and break this down. As we all know, Jayson Tatum is not soft. Jayson Tatum is one of the better players in the NBA, proving that this season and last year as well. Like we mentioned, if we want to go back and looking a couple more of Jrue's tweets, like I said, where is the one that I'm looking for? Here it is, right here, where he said he comments that Tatum is soft and pathetic, yet Tatum led his team in points, rebounds, assists for a title, and a soft player wouldn't have 51 in Game 7 or 31, 11, and 8 to win the finals. And that's exactly where it is right there. Even though Jayson Tatum didn't have the most dominant performance as a scorer for this Celtics team in the playoffs, he was still a contributing factor, getting those rebounds, being that facilitator, and really setting up this offense to finding players like Pritchard to make those big-time shots, like Jaylen Brown to get this offensive flowing and to help out on that defensive. And like I said, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, what your thoughts are on all of this news. As I think it's crazy that Brandon Jennings even has the audacity to call a player like Jayson Tatum when his career stats don't match the level of Jayson Tatum's at all. But I want to know your thoughts, so them down below in the comment section. If you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to continue to hit that like and subscribe button, as it helps me push out the more content to more people and try to rise myself up in this Celtics stratosphere, which is super, super important for me. So thank you guys so much for showing all your love and support. You guys have been fantastic, and I'll catch you guys in the next video as the Celtics gear up to take on the Kings tomorrow. We'll have a post game and possibly a video going out before. Without further ado, like I said, fantastic. Catch you guys later, and peace out.